Oh, there you are, YouTube. Doodle, 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 doo. Subscribe if you're interested, but also no pressure. Hey, I'm trying a new type of function on my camera. Look, everything behind me is blurry. I think this is called cinematic mode or something. Looks kind of cool. He looks okay. I think I like this. Yeah. Check that out. Very cool. All right. What we're going to do, though, is we're going to do a little bit of a random ranking. We're going to go to that movie collection behind me and pick out 3 movies at random and then rank those movies based on whatever criteria we come up with. It can be based on the director, the movie itself, the story, the cinematography, the actors. We may even resort to the cover art. But anyway, if you'd like to rank them in the comments below, please feel free to do so. And if you'd like to listen to me rank them, watch the rest of this video. I kind of botched that. But anyway, let's go pick those 3 movies, all right? Maybe something from, I don't know, right here. Let's see what this gives us. Then we'll maybe do something in this vicinity. Right here. Ooh, what the heck? That would feel strange. And then maybe whatever this film is over here. Of course, we have to find out if I've seen these or not. Yes. Heck yeah. And yes. Okay. Wow, look at this. We got ourselves a thriller, a sci-fi film, and a chick flick, romantic comedy, romance. I don't know what you call it. But that romance film I'm trying to talk about is The Notebook. This came out in 2004. I know that because the summer of 2004, I worked at a movie theater and this movie came out. And I remember being an usher, watching people walk out of the theater in tears, Kleenexes on their eyes, crying. It was always, this was a huge date movie. Lots of dates for this movie. There were a lot of couples walking out and just groups of girls. And then also really old people because of, you know, the older versions of them. Old Garner and I feel really bad. I can't think of her name right now. If I could just... Gina Rollins. Okay, so we got I don't know. This movie never really, like, I feel like it really made its way to a lot of people. And in the sense of, like, people were obsessed with it, right? It was just a huge film. To me, I never really, you know, clung on to it. I watched it and I was like, oh yeah, that was fine. But everybody else was just like, yeah, The Notebook. This became a lot of people's favorite movie. I think it probably still is a lot of people's favorite movie, which is, you know, understandable, but it just isn't for me. And I just, you know, watched it that time. But maybe I should give it a rewatch because I don't think I've seen it since 2004. Dang, that was a long time ago. Maybe it needs another rewatch. My goodness, that was a long time ago. Wow. Yeah, so let's keep going. We have a film that's not my favorite movie, but close to it. Jurassic Park. This movie right here, off the charts. I saw this in the theater. I saw this in the same theater. Actually, no, this was a different theater. This was the theater that I worked at. This was the other one on the other side of town. But I saw this opening day, the theater, they had like, brought in like tropical looking plants. They brought out tiki torches and flames. And then my sister and I got interviewed on the news, and I don't know if it aired or not, but I remember the lady, when she was interviewing us, she was like, were you scared when you were watching the movie? And I was like, no. And then I was like, but she was. And then, you know, pointed to my sister. And then they moved on to another group. And I saw this movie with my neighbors. I always talk about them. They took me to a lot of movies. So my neighbors, they had a son that was a year older than me. So he and I were always palling around and, you know, going to movies. So yeah, they took me to see this. I remember my favorite part, because at the end of the movies, they would always be like, what was your favorite part? And then mine was Jeff Goldblum. I remember telling them that it was the Jeff Goldblum part when, you know, he sees the Triceratops I don't know, you know, and then he goes, you will remember to wash your hands before you eat anything. And I was like a little kid trying to say that was my favorite part, but also this family was very like proper. They taught me all the manners that I know, like, may I be excused, please and thank you. And, you know, they were very proper. So I was like just dancing around trying to talk about how that was my favorite part without using language that they may be offended by. Which is weird because they were proper, but they like showed me my first R-rated movie, horror film, and I don't know. I don't, is proper the right word? It's not like they were like scandalized by stuff, but it was more of like a manners thing, you know, that sort of deal. What else? Oh yeah, and I also remember when I told the reporter I wasn't afraid? Well, that night, I remember asking my dad for a nightlight, to bring a nightlight into my bedroom. So I slept with a nightlight the day I saw Jurassic Park, because I kept imagining like raptors at the foot of my bed. And then he put a nightlight in there. So fun. All right, so next we got ourselves a little bit of Disturbia, and this is one of my wife's favorite films. Look at that. I'm talking about other people's favorite films, one of my favorite films, and then one of my wife's favorite films. She loves this. She also likes Rear Window, which this is sort of a remake of, without the permission of, and then legal action takes place and all of that sort of thing. But yeah, really do think this movie's a lot of fun. It's very Rear Window, except for it's like a teenager, but it has the whole like murder thing going on, and he doesn't like break his leg and you know, getting hit while photographing races or anything like that. He gets into trouble and he's on house arrest, and so it's kind of cool because he has to wear a bracelet on his leg that keeps track of him and make sure that he stays home. So the whole leg thing is kind of the same with old Jimmy Stew there. And then you have your Grace Kelly, you know, the girl he has like a crush on or is really hot. You know, he just thinks she's like so hot, and she like lives next door. She's new. And then you have the whole murder mystery sort of thing going on, right? And it's just, it's very similar and very fun, very, you know, a good gateway for young teenagers to get into Hitchcock, I guess. But yeah, Disturbia, a lot of fun. All right, so how are we going to rank these? I know exactly how I'm going to rank them, and you probably do too. Nope. Here we go. It's going to be Jurassic Park, followed by Disturbia, and then we're going to cap that off with The Notebook. But yeah, my question to you is, have you seen these films? And if so, what do you think of them? And if you've seen all three, I'm curious to know how you would rank them. I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below, and perhaps we'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.